It's a Conspiracy is a proud member of the Alberta Podcast Network, locally grown and community supported. For other programming, please check out albertapodcastnetwork.com, where you can find shows like Let's Do Coffee.
It's a conspiracy!
You can't look at the dark web on your phone. How are you gonna watch? How are you gonna watch National Treasure that way?
Is National Treasure on the dark web?
Yeah.
Charlie?
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Don't know. You know.
Play these games.
I don't know.
Oh. Get used to hearing a few of those. I apologize. Some juicy coughs. Yep. Got some phlegm rattling loose. Might be able to hear it in my throat. That's good. So welcome back, everyone, to It's a Conspiracy. This is the podcast where we lay out the beliefs behind selected conspiracy theories, alternative accounts, legends, myths, and more. I'm your host, Andrew, and I do not claim to be an expert on anything we're going to discuss today, and will probably be wrong about everything because, once again, I'm fighting off another round of illness. You guys can hear this.
My goodness.
My immune system is an NPC. Do you guys know what I mean? Hey? Know what I'm talking about? So, a little cringy here. And this is our music special, so it's going to be a whole bunch of fun. If you'd like to see where we got the modern street lingo we discussed today, then please do take a look at the notes in the episode description. Charlie is all about the vernacular and does bodacious kickflips on his BMX to get those links in there. Also, we are a proud member of the Alberta Podcast Network. Yay team, yay friends, yay squad, yay network. And you can check us out at itsconspiracypodcast.com. Our Twitter at Is It a Conspiracy? That's run by the social media influencer, The Irish Madman. Our Facebook group, our Instagram page, that's It's a Conspiracy Podcast. That's run by Gorgeous Greg. Our email and our Patreon page, patreon.com/It's a Conspiracy. Nice. And then joining the online distance communication time today is Gorgeous Greg, Charming Charlie, and our good friend Naomi Carmack. It's been a little while. We're so glad to have you back.
I love this place.
This will be good. And you got your cat. I can see her. Oh.
Yes. Yeah, you can see her, but the listeners can't. So she's a cat.
She's a cat, yeah. Whoa. That's the sound she makes.
Yeah. Just one cat, though. Just one cat. Yeah.
Oh, we might have another cat.
I'm 40. I'm 40 something, and I only have one cat, so I don't know what's going on there.
Well, you're working your way towards it. I see what you're building. Yeah, an empire.
An empire.
Cat at a time.
Well, these fuzzy kittens in packs will be. They'll chime in as they see fit, and I do so appreciate their digitally distanced company. Yeah, this is good. Alrighty then, Charlie. Let's do this. So I wanted to do like a heavy metal scream on this, so you'll have to kind of like extrapolate from this. So Charlie with it, because this is going to sound terrible, with a yeah or a no 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 no. Can you tell me if you're familiar with any of these four topics?
Let's go.
Okay, number one, Andrew's music theory.
No.
Okay, number two, Naomi's music theory.
No.
Oh, nice. Okay, and number three, Greg's music theory.
Hell no.
Oh, nice. Okay, then number four, Charlie's music theory.
Ooh, yeah. Oh,
nice. We got one in there. That's good. Okay, so theory number one, we're going to talk about the death by glass harmonica.
It sounds pretty metal.
Oh, it is metal.
Well, I gotta scrap
Metal in
my
the
idea.
Yeah,
Fuck.
back in the Baroque days. We're going old school with this one.
Baroque. That's my life.
Yeah.
No.
So if you guys are familiar with for example, if you think of the Harry Potter theme song, like from the movies in your head, you guys got that? There's like that neat little sound. That's kind of what we're going to be talking about here. 1761, the mighty Benjamin Franklin attended a concert in foggy London town in Old Blighty that featured someone playing a melody on tuned wine glasses. Have you guys ever seen someone do this where they like, if I pour enough water into this, it's gonna blah blah blah, and they do that whole thing.
But they have to be crystal.
Yeah, they just run
crystal.
Yeah, across the rim, like they just do a little rim job on the glass.
There's a lot of rimming happening there. Yeah. And so he was very impressed with the sound, but he was like, I don't know if I like the connotations of like talking about rims because someone's going to have an innuendo with that. And that doesn't look like the most portable instrument. So he's like, I like the sound, but the approach is all kind of wonky on this. On his travel back home, he began to sketch on an idea for an instrument that would achieve the same effect as the crystal wine goblets. I guess goblet would be the preferred nomenclature, but you wouldn't have to bother with adjusting the levels of wine or water in the glass, whatever you're going to put in there. And you could transport his idea around without making a big mess everywhere. So if you guys can imagine, even being like having a table set out with all the glasses, and they're like, oh, sorry, can you move that over? Just scooch that over just a little bit. They'd be like, there'd be wine everywhere. It'd be a nightmare. So he's like, I'm going to come up with one that can be moved without spilling stuff. And he eventually gave his creation the name, the Glass Armonica. And you guys might be wondering what it sounds like. So Charlie, if you'll allow me to share.
I'll allow it.
Share. There we go. Thank you.
Sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring. This is a perfect chance for me to include. I got a new theme song the other day. Just going to plop it in right here.
Sharing is caring, and that's what I do. I care about you. Sharing is caring, and that's what I do. I care about you.
Oh, there we go.
Beautiful.
That's the sharing theme song. Okay. So can you guys see my my screen?
Yeah, here's what it sounds like. That's what it says.
That's what it says. Okay, now hopefully I did the sound as well. You guys have to let me know if you can hear this. Magical, right?
He's not blowing on it. This isn't a harmonica.
Armonica. There's no H.
Oh, gotcha.
I feel like I'm in The Legend of Zelda.
So anyway, if you take a look at it here, so you notice he's got his feet coming out the bottom, and it kind of looks like he's sitting at like a sewing machine a little bit. Yeah.
Mending his drawers.
That looks like I'd find it in my grandma's house. Did you see all those designs on it?
Yeah. Like
ornate.
Part of her plate collection. Yeah. So just to make this clear, so it's armonica, not harmonica. So it's kind of like when you're talking to someone who's French and they're like, oh, happy birthday. Hello, happy birthday. Anyways.
Sounds like a Beaumont thing.
Who lives there?
That is, yeah. There's some French people running around here. It's nice. Now, basically, there's an iron rod running right up the middle of a series of rotating glass bowls that are all fit snugly together like a little glass burrito. Each bowl is color coordinated with a specific note so the musician could read things like a piano. So instead of having like white keys and black keys, he's like, oh, the C's are red, the D's are orange, the E's are, I don't know.
It's like Guitar Hero.
Kind of like Guitar Hero a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're teal. Oh, look, the B flats are salmon. Isn't that sweet?
I can't wait. I can't wait for the game Armonica Hero.
Harmonica Hero.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's coming out.
Could you imagine Freebird on the harmonica?
Journey.
Damn.
Come on, baby.
Yeah, don't stop believing.
Now, this rod that goes up the middle of the bowls, it's connected to a wheel that is controlled by the player's foot. So you guys could see that guy. He wasn't just rocking out, banging his foot with that sweet jam. He was actually pressing it so that the rod would spin. And then he puts his hands, he dips his fingers in water, puts them on the bowls, and then they make that wine glass sound. Does that kind of make sense? Yeah, that's where like that sound comes from.
This sounds very erotic.
It is.
Yeah, well,
Get
keep talking
your
about
fingers in water.
Erotic.
Get your
Totally.
fingers wet.
Erotica.
Stick a rod
Fingers
right
wet
in the middle.
Wine
Big
bowls.
old rod.
And I like that it's a wine bowl, not a wine glass, but a wine bowl. Like, I think we all need more wine bowls. Like, it's just time to embrace that.
Like when you get wine at
like
Chili's.
a bowl of wine.
Yeah.
Wine at Chili's.
It's wine at Chili's. You get.
Can I
the
get a
bowl.
refill, please? Oh,
Yeah.
would you like a bowl? Fuck, make it two.
Oh, now this invention proved to be very, very popular, and within a very short while, it was being used by the big stars of the day. So no big deal. Ludwig van Beethoven, like, hey, no prob.
Wow.
And Amadeus Mozart, he's like, I'll give it a spin. Let's see what happens. Woohoo! And then unfortunately, then the deaths started. Yeah, so just to kind of be the poop in the swimming pool a little bit. It's like we're having a great party and then, whoa, wait, hold up. So at first it was brushed off as a coincidence. A few players became dizzy, physically sick. Some lapsed into a coma. A few went on a homicidal binge, and a couple just kind of dropped dead while playing or shortly after playing the instrument. Rumors began swirling that the sweet tones that were impressing everyone, they were like overstimulating the brain, or they were opening up your mind to demonic possession and poisoning your soul as you played. So that's kind of, just a heads up there.
Sounds like rock and roll to me.
The most accomplished player of the day was a lady named, and I'm going to butcher this, Marianne Kirchgessner, which is great. Kirchgessner. The Jimi Hendrix of the glass harmonica, as she's known. She was acclaimed as the premier performer of the day. She died at a very young age after only playing the instrument for a few years. This became like, this was, and everyone's like, okay, wait a minute, there's something really serious here. We better start doing something. And then eventually the instrument was banned in Germany and a number of other countries after a young child actually died during a performance. So they were like, okay, that's enough. That's enough.
Happened? It fell off?
Deaths. Yeah. No, just the sound.
Oh my God.
They were like, the sound is gonna.
And you played the clip for us.
I did, but we'll talk about that in a minute.
Thanks a lot.
Here. Yeah. So I hope we get to the end of this so I can tell you why we're all gonna be.
Check it out. It's a snack. No, it's not.
Now, all that said, Benjamin Franklin just kept. Oh, I missed a joke here. Benjamin kept jamming. He was
jamming.
He'd been jamming on this thing for years, and he's like, I'm fine. That works. Anywho, so he kept playing his until 1790, and he dismissed the critics as a bunch of sociotopots and paranoid fools. During his life, there were approximately 5,000 glass Armonicas built, but due to not filing a patent properly, Franklin never made any money on this. So he was a little choked about it anyways. By 1830, the fad had died off completely, and companies involved in their production moved on to different things. Today, there are a handful of originals around the world, mostly in museums that you're not allowed to play. We'll talk about why. And there are a few prototypes built on the original design, kind of like the one that we watched in the video. So what was killing everyone? Was it just the sound? Was this some kind of musical Ouija board? Like, what's happening here?
It was the Illuminati.
It was the Illuminati. No, it turns out the real reason is super simple. So those colored bowls that everyone was playing, they were like, oh, it's C for red for C, right? So players would, they would either dip their fingers or they would just lick their fingers and put them on the bowls. Yeah.
Andrew loves that part.
I do not like that part. That does not make me feel comfortable. They would run these over the bowls, which were colored with lead paint. So the lead from the paint was going into their fingers, and then they're like eating food and their mouths and just everything. So this lead was, it was poisoning their minds. So this led to prolonged contact, and fractional amounts of lead can be lethal. And often the symptoms are such things as hallucinations, fever, convulsions, diarrhea, vomiting, and other fun things. So the players were literally being poisoned by the instrument. Franklin had made his own and not used lead paint because he was like, I think this stuff is not healthy for you. And so he was able to enjoy his without going on a homicidal rampage and vomiting himself to death. Sure. Thankfully, the ones that are played today are lead-free, including the one that we saw in the video. And you can enjoy them without dying. Isn't that nice?
Ooh, finally.
That's awesome.
But then, so anyways, that's the Death by Glass Armonica.
Nice. I thought it was going to be like
without an H.
I thought it was going to be the next sequel in the Knives Up or whatever.
Armonica's out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Armonica's out.
Now that is going to take us to advertisement number 1. Whoosh.
In a world where boring dinners and ungrateful children make cooking almost unbearable, Whoa, that's a little too dramatic.
Let's try this again. I'm Heather Dyer.
I'm Erin Walker.
And I'm Sarah Somasundaram. This is Three Kitchens, a podcast about home cooking.
Whether you like cooking or you just like eating, join us to talk about food.
We'll have new episodes of Three Kitchens every Tuesday, wherever you listen to podcasts.
Three Kitchens. They'll tickle your funny bone, whet your appetite, and warm your heart.
Did that guy think he was Bruce Wayne?
I kind of liked it, actually.
He made us sound super badass.
All right, we're back with subject number 2. Some good times from Naomi. Here we go. Yeah.
All right. Well, you know me. I'm a host of a music podcast called Dope Nostalgia. I really like music in the 90s, so you can check that out anytime on any streaming service.
Good plug.
And I'm also a bit of a boy band connoisseur. So I wanted to learn a little bit about a boy band that I know nothing about because I'm in my 40s. And these guys are ranging in age from 25 to 30. I mean, Cougar Town. great place to be. But we want to talk today about the band BTS. You guys have heard of BTS?
Yeah, I got their food from McDonald's once.
Yeah, me too.
That was a good dipping sauce.
It was great.
Yeah.
They need to do another meal.
Yeah. Keep them coming, guys. BTS is it actually stands for Bangtan Sonyeondan, which is literally translated into Bulletproof Boy Scouts.
Okay.
All right.
So Bangtan Boys, South Korean boy band formed in 2010. The members are Jin, Suga, J-Hope, RM, Jimin, V, and Jungkook. They actually write and produce the majority of their own material. I was surprised to know that. So they're so popular right now that they are literally the best-selling artist of South Korea of all time and have sold over 30 million albums. So what struck me as a cool conspiracy theory was the fact that their group of fans, they're called the BTS Army, they've discovered that they believe their youngest member, Jungkook, is the reincarnation of Princess Diana.
Wow.
What?
Don't stop now. Keep going.
Okay.
That is random.
Before we get there, I just want everyone else to know that the group is actually signed up for, they're South Korean and they have mandatory army service. They have to go to the military. So they're on a break right now as they complete their military service and they might come back. The plan is a reunion for 2025. So I thought that was really interesting, right? In the height of their fame that they're like, oops, sorry, we got to go to
army.
Isn't that crazy?
Do some chin-ups.
That's right.
See you in 2025.
This conspiracy theory blew up online around mid-2022. A TikTok user had carefully dug up some similarities between the famous pair and pointed out that the K-pop singer was born one day after Diana's tragic death. So she died on August 31st, 1997, and he was born 7 hours later on September 1st, 1997. They were both born in the year of the ox. And it is also said that reincarnation takes 7 years, but according to the clock and time zone calculations, he was born 7 hours after she died.
Just a little typo.
That's
7
right.
something.
Misinterpretation.
Some of the clues that lead to the fact that they're obviously the same person. They are the same height. They have from what's called the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator Test, which is a personality type test. They are both an INFP. An INFP is someone who possesses the introverted, intuitive, feeling, and prospecting personality traits. All right. So that there was a TikToker who had made a video with all these comparisons. That was a very popular video. They underlined a story about Diana saying that she dreamed of being a dancer when she was younger. But that is one of Jungkook's primary roles in BTS. There are 2 published images of Jungkook wearing a tiara. Other comparisons in the TikTok video include an image of Jungkook's tattoo on his right index finger of a crown.
Hey.
Yes. The 2 apparently both have scars in the same place on their face. This is legitimate proof that they are the same person.
Oh,
Clearly.
like the tattoo.
That's right. This TikToker also showed the pair wearing similar clothes from a houndstooth coat to the princess in her infamous revenge dress that she wore during interview about Prince Charles when she revealed he had been unfaithful. Our king. The king.
The king.
Can you believe it? It finally happened. Wow.
I still can't believe that shit is real.
I know. It doesn't feel right. Wait till he's on our money.
He'll be on the money soon. Yeah.
Gross. Gross.
You can have a Charles shower.
I have those daily.
I didn't know. I'd rather not.
I just call it a shower, Andy.
A chunk
They
special.
really should have picked Lord Charlie instead. Whole new house of Biddiscombe. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The Biddlescombe rain.
Biddlescombe house. The 30-second video of talking with these theories ended with an image of Princess Diana falling asleep at a royal engagement. And next, they placed it next to a photo of Jungkook asleep on a train. They're obviously similar.
Obviously.
One time, Diana had nearly set Kensington Palace on fire with a microwave mishap, but Jungkook is terrified of microwaves.
What the hell was she microwaving?
She's a royal. Why didn't you just have somebody else?
I'm just going to warm up these forks in the microwave. I like a toasty fork.
There is a small video clip of BTS on carpool karaoke, and Jungkook was trying to do the most random thing with his hand, but he kept putting it down. He'd poke it up and then kept putting it down. Well, he was obviously trying to do the princess wave, y'all.
Oh,
But he
Right.
had to stop himself. He just couldn't complete it. Now, Jungkook was getting sleepy during a live event when Queen Elizabeth II was getting ill right before she passed. What was happening is the spirit of Diana within him was getting stronger and needed to fully take over his body to witness the death of the queen. Okay.
What an amazing theory this is.
So with all of these in place, it's really, really strong theory, and the BTS army are quite excited and all about it. So there you go.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm sold.
Your people's princess is still out there with hot dance moves.
Damn.
I'm going to stick in a little clip right here. Just
Smooth like butter, like a criminal undercover. Don't pop like trouble, breaking into your heart like that.
Those some sick dance moves.
because they are amazing. Yeah, they are. They're good.
I hope everybody can hear these dance moves. It's gonna be great.
The audio dance moves.
Can really hear that hip action.
There's the clip.
Well, that's going to take us to what are we
drinking?
What
What are we drinking?
What are we drinking?
Naomi, you want to start?
Oh yeah, sure. I like to start a Sunday morning, nice and smooth with a glass of chartreuse, straight up.
Nice. Wow.
And since this is the music special, also check out the ZZ Top song Chartreuse.
So you're just having a big mug of chartreuse. Okay, nice.
Yeah, it's really, really good for you. It's full of herbs, so get it in you.
Are you a fan?
Oh, it tastes like crap, but
Yeah.
it's,
Whoa, chartreuse is delicious.
but it's a real lesson for my liver to learn. It needs to strengthen itself. So this is a good Sunday morning drink.
Exercises.
Nice.
And it's got a lot of herbs.
Can you clarify
Very many
what color it is for us?
Oh, the green chartreuse.
Of course.
Am I even saying it right?
Yeah. No, chartreuse.
Yeah.
That's just it. We watched the clip on it. This is that's the whole theory.
Mm-hmm.
All right. For what are we drinking? I'm drinking the Darkness Rises Coffee Stout from Campio Brewing. And I absolutely love the name of this, the Darkness Rises. It's almost St. Patrick's Day. So I guess by the time this comes out, it would have already passed. Over the summer until Labor Day, I, as a good person, I stay off of the dark ales because that's what good people do. After Labor Day, basically we're, in stout country. And this is a fantastic stout. So here's the description from the Campio Brewing. We've taken our OG oatmeal stout, the decade of darkness, and brought it into the new era with help from our friends at Alternate Root Coffee Co. Expect rich chocolate and toffee notes with an amplified coffee character from cold conditioning, the beer on whole Brazilian coffee beans. That's clocking in at 5.5%. And it's like coffee and beer, like on the Drew Carey show. It's an amazing combination.
Hell yeah, buzz beer.
Yeah, buzz beer.
Buzz
This
beer.
this is the real buzz beer. Like it's like if you had oatmeal and coffee and
Nice.
beer and chocolate and friends in a cup, and you went to see some friends at a concert.
Some glass harmonica action.
So they went to a glass harmonica. Armonica. There's no H.
Harmonica, bro.
R. It's what
Like-
pirates play.
It's like Friends, but they're pirates. So, it's like harmonica.
That's it should be. You get some friends together and you go on a little sailing adventure with your cup of beer, chocolate. That's a good time. So Charlie, what are we drinking?
Me? Well, I'm drinking 88 Brewing Radio Star Lager. First of all, I know you, Andy, you enjoy a good can.
I do, and I love the cans from these guys. Oh,
Look at this one.
mama.
Oh, so good.
Yeah.
That looks like that scrambled porn we used to try
That's
to watch.
right. It's late night pay-per-view without the paying. 88 Brewing Radio Star Lager. A fresh new lager from 88, softened with RO water, brewed with Pilsner malts to keep it light and nobly hopped with Saz. It's 4.8%. It was nice. It was nice.
88 Brewing are so awesome. I think they get their name like the whole Calgary 88 Olympics. I think that's
so.
where that comes from. Yeah.
They are Calgarian.
And their can designs are fantastic.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Over to you, Greg.
Over to me. Well, right now I'm drinking something from Sunny Cider, which is located in Calgary. It's called Calgary Pear, and it's made with 100% local Calgary pears donated through the Fruit Donor Program.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to be a fruit donor, so I had no idea this was an option. From reading on the can, it was made from vintage 2020 pears, so it's like good COVID pear, the ones that we've been craving.
Yeah.
Aged for 12 months, so we don't have to worry about the whole COVID thing. Not a big deal. To be brutally honest, it's not that drinkable. It kind of reminds me of vinegar.
That's so
You
funny.
should
I was
have
just
had
thinking about that
chartreuse.
the other day where it was like, we're always so positive. One of these times we're just going to have to not like a beer.
Oh,
Yeah, like any IPA that we've ever
Like,
had.
I had this beer. It wasn't very
pretending
good.
you guys don't like IPAs. That's a bunch of
Oh,
horseshit.
that's right. I'm on your team about IPAs.
There we go.
Yeah.
A follower.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's too much.
No, but to be brutally honest, it is a good drink. It's not something that I would have more than one of.
Sure.
But who doesn't like COVID pears?
Can we see the can while you're berating this?
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, that's a nice
That's pretty
can.
good. Looks pretty good.
See, I would have totally,
want to see it.
I totally would have picked those up too if I saw that can.
Yeah. But
Well, all I
And-
saw was fruit donor, and like that got me. I was like, I don't know what that means, but I want to be a part of it.
mhm. we've mentioned this before, the fruit thing, but you're into that, like the Bud Lime. I think you might be the only person I ever knew that.
Yeah,
like,
Bud
really
Lime was
enjoyed that.
delicious. I don't care what anybody says.
I mean,
Yeah, no.
I can get into a Radler.
I didn't know that you were as
so-
well. Okay, because I knew Naomi was into it. So you guys are both
Yeah.
Bud Lime buds. That's good.
Radler's,
fruity
yeah.
beer.
Charlie just said Radler. Like,
Radlers
come
can
on.
be all right.
Radlers
a
are
nice
good.
Radler on the summer patio. Come on.
Yeah.
I like that Fruity,
Truly, I haven't had
the,
that in a
the
minute.
strawberry beer.
Oh man, Furley mixed with Hogarden.
Cougar.
Don't know what you're missing.
Damn. Get me to the
All right.
bar.
All right. Anyway, I think we've digressed.
Yeah, so that is going to take us to subject number 2, a music theory with Greg.
Music theory.
Oh, I didn't realize I actually had to do anything for this episode, so I just thought I'd say, hi, how are you guys doing? I'm kidding.
What?
I'm not a musician as you guys are. My talents lay elsewhere in the culinary world. But
In the bedroom?
what I wanted, and the bedroom. Wink, wink. But I wanted to say something on this podcast that might piss off a lot of musicians and instrumentalists out
Oh,
there.
salty coming in.
All music is in 4/4 time if you count the way you should.
It is a wildly inaccurate thing to say, but I'm looking forward to hearing your thoughts.
No,
on it.
that's all.
you're a
That's
real
all.
risk
That's
taker.
all I gotta say. That's it. Yeah. Just
That's
throwing
the
down
whole
the gauntlet.
subject.
All music is in 4/4 time if you try hard enough.
Stirs the pot and drops the mic.
Yeah.
That's actually, that's basically, I just wanted to say that. But I just wanted to drop some info on the people that may not know about common time, which I'm sure you guys do know about, which is just basically 90% of the music that is available to us to listen to comes in 4/4 time. And it's also, from science's point of view, the most palatable for our ears. So that's why like pop music and all those is just super easy to like sing along and dance to and get an earworm or anything of the such, because it's just so easy to nod your head to 4/4 time. See, Charlie's doing it. Andrew, you just did it.
Yep.
I'm counting
Naomi's
to
looking
6,
at us
though.
like we're a bunch of weirdos.
No, I'm thinking about the whole theory where pop music's either a polka or a waltz,
Ooh.
right?
Yeah.
So you get those good 6-8 time songs.
There totally are. Yeah. And there are jams that are so fluid that you don't even you lose track of the odd times. Like the Mission Impossible theme song kind of jumps to mind. That no one stops and thinks like, just a second, I think this is in 5/4. Like you just kind of, because you feel the pulse.
I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, oh, that's okay.
Like I took band and I played the bass clarinet and I was fairly good at it, or I pretended to be because no one could hear me. But yeah, this is beyond me. So I just thought I'd say something super controversial and hopefully you guys would have something to say about it.
Hot takes. Hot takes like Jonathan Frakes. Okay, well that's going to take us to advertisement number 2.
In the warring mega towers of a cyberpunk dystopia, bored teenagers use their modified hoverboards to sneak into other dimensions. It's dangerous. It's stupid. It's completely outlawed by the giant corporations that own the entire world. And it's the coolest thing ever. This is Slug Blaster.
Brinley is going to use her beam like a grappling hook.
Scamp again. Foam jet right to the center of the disc.
A bunch of lightning just sort of crackles around him.
This is our chance to put our crew on the map.
It pleases me to know that I have done well.
At the last possible moment, you fire.
Okay, and we are back. Subject 4. Here we are. Chonks is going to say something spicy.
Okay.
Excellent!
Welcome back to Charlie Scream's Monster of the Week, where I pick a different monster, either mythical, supernatural, or paranormal, and give it the classic X-Files solo episode attention and respect that it deserves. Why? Because cryptozoology is fun. Now, okay, so originally for this week's monster, I was gonna pull a classic Andy move and get into some crazy listicle of songs about cryptids. But when I was doing that research, I came across a subject too good to pass up. So friends, I give you the Michigan Dogman. Now, the Michigan Dogman was originally sighted in 1887 in Wexford County, Michigan by 2 lumberjacks. They described it as being a 7-foot-tall animal with blue or amber eyes that walked upright, had the torso of a man, the head of a dog, and a howl that sounds like a human scream. Isn't that nice?
That's beautiful.
As the legend goes, this beast appears every 10 years, which happens to fall on years that end with the number 7, which ties things back to Naomi's earlier, number 7. And on those years, sightings pop up throughout Michigan. So we got in 1937 in Paris, Michigan, Robert Fortney was attacked by 5 wild dogs and said that one of the 5 walked on 2 legs. Super normal. Reports of similar creatures have also come from Allegan County in the 1950s and in Manistee and Cross Village in 1967. Also in the 60s, a night watchman was patrolling a manufacturing plant in Big Rapids, Michigan, when he saw a strange figure. At first, he thought maybe it's a person, until he saw the dog-like features. He pulled his gun, and he was about to shoot when he remembered he had a camera. Instead, he took out his camera, took a picture of the horrific beast. Now, the photo has not been analyzed, and it still remains an unsolved mystery. But, hey, you guys want to see the photo?
Oh, yes,
yeah. Please. Now, this is the photo. I mean,
this is the greatest thing
I'm
ever.
Convinced. Never
I
mind.
am convinced. Aren't you
I'm
guys?
so convinced. Oh, 100%. This got me.
That's great, right? Okay.
That is terrifying.
You're hold on just a damn minute, you might say, right, Naomi?
Oh, yeah.
I thought this was a freaking music episode, and that don't sound much to me like a gosh darn bit of musicality. Well,
right.
So far, right. You're right to call me out. But you see, here's the thing, and here's how I and many others discovered this story. In the year of 1987, disc jockey Steve Cook was asked to come up with an idea for an April Fool's Day prank. He had an idea in his head and proceeded to write and record a song titled The Legend, which was then spun on WTCM-FM on the Day of Fools. Initially meant as a fun prank, Steve based the song on myths and legends from around North America, and he had never actually heard of an actual Michigan dogman at the time of the recording. I made it up completely from my own imagination as an April Fool's prank for the radio and stumbled my way to a legend that goes back all the way to indigenous American times, he told Skeptoid.com. I'm tremendously skeptical because I've sort of seen the way folklore becomes built from the creation of this song to what it's turned into. But I do believe people who think they saw something, I believe they really did see something. I also think the Dogman provides them with an avenue to explain what they couldn't explain for themselves. The original song was recorded to a reel-to-reel tape as vocals with accompanying music from a cheap Casio keyboard with a built-in drum machine track from Bob Farley, another guy who had an engineer at the station. That sounds great, doesn't it, Andrew?
That sounds so amazing.
Those classic tones.
I love those Casio keyboards so much.
After its initial spin, Cook started getting phone calls from listeners who would report they had had encounters with a similar creature. The song became a local hit, quickly becoming the most requested song at the station for the next few weeks. Steve Cook started selling tapes of the song for a couple of bucks a pop and donated the proceeds to a local animal shelter. Over time, Steve has gathered over 100 reports of the creature's existence. He's also gone on to re-record the song a number of times, usually for its 10-year anniversaries, sometimes adding more lyrics or different instrumentation each time, therefore deepening the legend of The Legend. So there's this song, and in jumping forward, in 2011, a film from filmmaker Rich Brower called Dogman premiered at the State Theater in Traverse City, Michigan. So Michigan's all in on this Dogman. Now, being a music episode, I would be remiss to have brought this up and not have a copy of the song. Would you like to hear?
Oh,
always.
Please.
A clip from The Legend.
This better be in 4/4 time.
Of course it is. It's Casio.
A cool summer morning in early June is when the legend began. At a nameless logging camp in Wexford County where the Manistee River ran. 11 lumberjacks near the Garland Swamp found an animal they thought was a dog. In a playful mood, they chased it around till it ran inside a hollow log. A logger named Johnson grabbed him a stick and poked around inside. Then the thing let out an unearthly scream and came out and stood upright.
There you go. There's the first verse anyways.
Nice.
That's beautiful.
That
actually might be my new summer song.
It's like I've never heard like R&B kind of 90s R&B trucker jams before. You know what I mean?
Like trucker house music.
Well, there's like that Convoy Christmas song. Red Niner Fiver. Yeah, that's cool, man.
That's the legend of the Michigan Dogman.
It was beautiful.
Oh yeah.
I thought, like I said, I started when I started, I was going to go and figure out, just find a listicle of like a bunch of different cryptid songs. And that was going to be great. And then I saw this one, and it just so happened that it was an April Fool's Day prank, and that it was, a cryptid. And also it was a music thing. And I was like, this is the perfect cross section.
So
be time for a new segment, just Chunkies Prunkies. That'd be pretty great.
TM.
All right. Well, in lieu of opinion time here, because we're just kind of going to like sort of just, recount these and give our quick thoughts on them. Greg, do you remember what our first thitty was?
The glass Armonica.
Arr.
And the terror that it brings to the people that play it.
The terror and the death. Charlie, what was our second? Do you recollect?
It was the BTS Diana reincarnation.
Oh, what an amazing theory that is. Our third was Greg's spicy take on
people don't know how to count when they play
time
music.
signatures, I guess. And then
we just forget.
And then Naomi, what was our fourth theory here?
The Michigan Dog Man.
Yeah.
The Michigan Dog Man. Nice. Yeah. I guess with Naomi here as our special guest, are any of these theories kind of jumping out at you as something you're like, oh, yes, oh, no, oh, maybe, like,
well,
anything you want to tackle?
Well, Greg's is kind of bullshit. But
We're in opinion time
I
with that.
enjoy you, Greg. So I'll pass.
I enjoy you too. Thank you very much, Naomi.
The Dog Man. I'm just here about that picture. The picture, you guys have to check it out on the social media
put it on
because
Instagram
for sure.
Yeah,
that is funny.
Yeah.
That photo is great, actually.
I love it when there is like photographic or video evidence of these guys. I love it.
Yeah, it looked about as accurate as the Loch Ness monster photos, but even more so.
Even more so, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that sex instrument you talked about at the beginning there.
The harmonica. Yep. The death instrument. Yeah, I don't think there was any. Well, I mean, it could,
pretty sexy. Yeah.
When things get grim,
there was a
people
lot
are
of
gonna be like,
fingers and a lot of licking.
The way that you were explaining it, it sounded like a romance novel.
It does. It's got some 50 Shades of Greg going on in there for sure. Yeah. So.
50 Shades of Greg?
Did I say Greg? I meant Freudian slip there. Sorry.
Pretty sure.
I have a certain set of skills.
There's your new segment, bud.
Yeah.
I really love the sound of that instrument, but I don't want to die from it, so I'm never going to listen to it again.
Well, the new ones, if you do play one, the new ones are totally safe. They're made out of like plastic. So if
but
you should happen to see one,
they don't sound the same.
And the sound was not the issue. It was the lead poisoning.
Well, I was going to say
the children. Think about the children.
The problem isn't that it's made out of glass. The problem is that it got the lead paint. So just use a different paint.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the lead is what gives it its resonance. You know, it's just
okay.
It's like listening to a vinyl. It just doesn't sound the same.
Gives you death.
Unless somebody
right.
dies,
Yeah.
You're right. It's like going from vinyl to digital.
It just doesn't sound the same until somebody dies or goes on a murder spree.
I do love that it kind of got some people into a homicidal rage. Like this, just like they're sitting there playing this nice, like kind of Harry Potter thing, and then they're like, "That's it," and like a knife in each hand, just carving down. Yeah. So that's. Anyways, yeah. Well, this theory, like I just think this one with the like the guy from BTS is being the reincarnation of Princess Diana. I think that is fantastic.
That's great. There's a lot there to unpack.
Mm-hmm. I kind of wondered if the tattoo on his finger was one of those little mustaches that he could like be like, hey, and like put the mustache up, which is apparently a thing. People are like, they put little things on their finger and then they're like, that'll be funny.
Yeah.
That used to be a thing, yeah.
Yeah, so. Right. And apparently that's where tattoos get worn off.
Oh yeah,
they're on your finger.
They don't stay on your hands very long.
Yeah,
just do it with Sharpie.
I just think it's shave.
Just
save
every
time
day,
and money.
Every day. Start your day with chartreuse and a Sharpie.
It sounds like being a cook all over again.
I'll come back to the lifestyle. The BTS army, I'm afraid they're going to come at me. So I'm going to say, great theory, guys. Keep it up.
Yeah. So you're not buying the theory yourself, the reincarnation thing. You're like,
oh, no, I don't know, because I think that if it was true, that she'd totally be coming for Prince Harry right now. You know, come check it. Get her kids getting along again. You know, I think that Jungkook would be right there trying to like repair their relationship. You know, because the boys don't get along anymore. So,
but what they need to do is put in a room and just fight it out.
Yes.
But that's for another episode.
Yeah, not publicly, but maybe like in private. He's getting together with them and just having a snuggle. You know.
Aww.
Yeah, which is a little terrifying, but also kind of sweet. Yeah. But yeah, Greg, any of these stick out to you?
Yeah, I love the Diana one. That was probably my favorite. It's pretty good. It's like Charlie said, there's a lot to unpack there, and I just love how deep people are willing to dive into this stuff. So that's a gooder for sure. I'm probably gonna take another 2 hours after we're done podcasting and
go find the TikTok.
Well, I wouldn't go crazy.
Yeah.
2 whole hours.
That's not crazy. I got nothing better to do with my life.
I'll go down the rabbit hole.
I literally have a podcast about conspiracy theories. What else do I do?
It's a Sunday and he's drinking cider, so.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Cider Sunday. Yeah, and Chalks, what are you thinking there, buddy?
I like them. I like them all. I like them. I think we just put them all together and get the dude from BTS to play a glass harmonium, and he's going to cover the legend in 4/4 time.
In 4/4
time. Boom. Bring it all together.
That would be so great. Yeah. I was at this performance a little while ago, and this lady was doing one of those like trucker jams, like one of the like, you know, it was the 1st May and the bear. And what she did for like the CB radio parts was she like plugged her nose, and then she put her hands over like this. So she was like, I'm singing a song. Walk with the trucker. Breaker one, man. Like, it was really effective, and I'm like, this is fun stuff.
Over and out.
Times. Yeah. And it ended with an over and out, and she was like, and I'm like, I appreciate that little. That was great. Yeah, I should have thrown her a high five. That would have been great. Ready then, rockers. Well, thanks so much for swinging by. Thank you, Naomi, for joining us. And please check out Dope Nostalgia. Do you have a website that we can send people to?
DopeNostalgia.com.
DopeNostalgia.com. Nice.
Yep.
And you just had something with the meat puppets?
Oh yeah. I had their drummer was a guest on Dope Nostalgia, and I learned so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude.
I didn't know that they were involved in Nirvana MTV Unplugged.
Oh.
And then that Lake of Fire is their song, and so is Plateau.
Yep.
Yeah. So
now I know.
Totally. Lake of Fire really is, in my opinion, the standout on that album. Like, it's just phenomenal. And yeah, and they were there, I think, playing with them, weren't they?
Yeah, they were right on the show. MTV Unplugged.
Amazing.
Got it. But yeah, thanks for having me. I always have a fun time with you guys.
Yay.
I love you guys.
Oh, yay. Well, we love you too. Thanks for coming back. Anytime, please do. In the meantime, please feel free to, we'll be back with episode 16, I think is our next one. And in the meantime, please feel free to check out our past casts and social medias at itsconspiracypodcast.com. Maybe subscribe, tell a friend, leave a review, order some merch, get in touch to say hello, or suggest a theory, maybe submit a version of the Opinion Time jingle, or another jingle like we heard earlier. I'm going to put it in again here because it's so amazing. Kazam!
Sharing is caring, and that's what I do. I care about you. Sharing is caring, and that's what I do. I care about you.
Okay, that was awesome. Anyways, thank you so much, and we'll see you soon. Take care.
Bye.
See you never.